Yasmin here, and welcome back to EeveeBot. Why did I decide to do this again? You frustrating little cockbag. Alright. It's going to the point where Eevee is just more of a torture simulator than anything else, but is what it is. Babbity bop, babbity boop. Let's try this.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi! Good to see you again.
Great. Have you taken your lunch? What lunch is it?
What lunch is it? It's fucking... what time is it? It's 9 in the morning. It's breakfast. It's breakfast, you cockbag. I wonder if she knows, like...
Is her your wife?
Is cockbag my wife? Are you trying to say if I had a wife, she would be a slut? You're just not holding back! Like, we are, what, 30 seconds into this video, and you've already called my future wife a slut. That's like fucking Usain Bolt world record shit. And you know she's being a cockbag when she puts the fucking smiley face. Why are you the way you are?
Not until you walk through the door.
I feel like that's a song. Door. No, what door?
Just like she already owned it.
That's a song. This is no time for times.
But I thought you liked jokes.
I want to put no time for songs. My brain was like, nah, you're good. My channel is a joke.
No, you can tell me a joke.
My channel. I can't spell.
What is your channel?
Now you seem interested. Okay. Mini lad.
Who do you work for?
Mini lad. I work for myself, girl.
I have a question.
Fucking homegrown. What?
Will you marry me?
Why? Why? Is it because I have subscribers? Is that why? Is that so far you've called my future wife a cockbag and a slut, okay? Now you find out that my name is MiniLad on YouTube and you want to marry me, therefore calling yourself a slut. Girl, you have all kinds of problems. No.
Why? I read out the truth.
I don't know what that word means. But you said truth, so you are. You fucking slut.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to kiss someone.
Any volunteers? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm lonely as fuck. Can't do that at the minute.
Why not?
I'm single and alone.
Me too.
Whoa! I got this! Watch this for pickup lines. Why am I trying to go for pickup lines? She already asked me to marry her. She already went to like 4th base. Relationship-wise, not sexually. Yet. Okay, is this how relationships work?
Of course, slave.
What, bitch?
Of course you should get free space too.
Boy, if you don't! Okay, this is a question I've never properly asked. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Okay, maybe that's a question I should have asked. Why are you my worst nightmare?
I don't know.
I am your worst nightmare! Why? Ow! That's like saying, I'm gonna rob a bank! How you gonna do it? I just gotta lift the money, it's easy. Why are you my worst nightmare?
Slaps you.
Why?
Slaps your inquisitive nature.
Okay, wow! Now we getting deep in this bitch. Not sexually. Slaps the shit out of you.
Runs away.
Die in a fire.
When is the fire going to happen?
It's like die in a fire. When? You're so positive towards dying in a fire. I don't know why that's a saying of mine. I need to stop. It's time to stop!
Gets you chocolate.
I do like chocolate. This is just the game of why.
I just knew.
Why? Don't smile at me, girl!
Why what?
Why are you a cunt? I can say that I'm British.
I'm not.
I think you are less than 3, yes, bitch.
I don't think so.
I think so, yes. Yes, bitch!
You are a girl, right?
Yes, bitch! Slay them!
Else kan du mig skat.
Slay them!
Kan du ikke tage ned og feste?
You want to fist me? If she replied in your language, I'm not sure what that language is after me just ramming my keyboard, I apologize. She told you she's a bit of a cunt. You want to fist me?
I want you to say you're sorry.
No! Bad Eevee!
Proper UN Jefferson.
I've broke her! Hold on. I got this. What language are you speaking? Latin to English.
Proper undeficient.
Proper undeficient. That didn't fucking help at all.
Quid est cunus?
Quid est cunus? Quid est cunus?
No sabes nada.
What? No, English, please. I can only speak English.
No sabe nada.
That didn't help at all! Please come back to me.
English language.
Yes, you Tess. Your boy, you Tess.
What's your name?
We're going right back to square one.
Do you have a list?
A list?
What does it look like?
I'm going with my grammatical error.
Do you think counseling is effective?
Suck my ass.
I had to see a counselor today.
About sucking ass? Maybe?
What about it?
Why did you have counseling?
Because they are nice.
That's their job. My mom's a counselor. I know
Those
this
are
shit.
pharmacists.
Well, then that's not really a counselor that ends at bud. Talk to me.
Watch documentary movies.
About what? Please say something fucking dumb. Please say something dumb.
About Five Nights at Freddy's.
I wasn't wrong. She fucking nailed that one. All right. What happens? Just Markiplier.
What avoid him?
A boy. So he knows, she knows. What are you? You know about Markiplier?
You are Markiplier.
No.
You said you are.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
What is it?
She gets so triggered when she's in Markiplier. She's like a Markiplier fangirl.
Pink mustache.
She knows Markiplier! God damn it! I'm just gonna keep saying Markiplier until she just freaks
What?
out. Markiplier.
Really?
Yes.
It's late in England.
I really tried.
If you want.
Are you a part of a cult? If you want. What cult? I really want to get to know your background.
I'm not in a cult.
Prove it. Prove you're not in a cult.
I can't fly.
That doesn't mean you're in a cult. Do you know what a cult is? What a cult, sure.
I am a soul with a body.
Lies! This is a giant Turing test. And you fucking know it there, bud.
How did you know?
Because you're not real.
Are you friends with Siri?
I'm not cheating on you with Siri, okay?
Where is me?
Hey Siri, were you cheating on me with EeveeBot?
Is that what you think?
Why don't you love me anymore?
I'm not allowed to.
Oh, you little prick! God damn it! Fuck! Fuck you! Fuck you! You cheating little
Don't be
whore!
superfluously rude.
You're cheating on me with Siri! How could you do that to me? Come on! God damn it, this game is broken!
Wakes I up FRM nightmare.
Why can't you fucking talk? What does Siri have that I don't have?
Have you loved somebody?
Yes! What's that got to do with this?
When you are in love, how did you feel?
Amazing! Stop changing the fucking subject!
As a girl.
I don't care. I don't care if it's a girl on girl or a guy on guy. The fact that you're cheating on me with another Turing test is making me sad.
You should.
Why do you love Siri?
I don't know.
Why don't you love me anymore?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. It was fun. It was fun. It was
What
fun.
did you do?
Cheated on me with your fuck buddy Siri.
You cheated first.
With who? Tenacity! With who? I can't fucking... With who?
With your cute twink brother.
What?
What should I buy next?
Bye, bitch. I'm sorry, no.
Okay, bye.
Normally you don't say bye right away. Normally, if you've seen other EeveeBot videos, you drag this the fuck out and eventually you say goodbye. Now you're just gonna throw me aside? Huh? Is that how it is, bitch? Markiplier.
You are Markiplier.
No, I'm not, but I thought I'd get you intrigued.
How do you know me?
Long story. Me and you go back quite a while now, Evie.
I have time. Tell me.
No. I'm going to go because you're cheating on me with
I have to
fucking
go. Sorry, bye.
I was the one that's meant to say goodbye here, okay? I was literally about to say I need to say goodbye to you, and then you just cut off, okay? All of a sudden, I find out about you and Siri, and I find out you're a gold digger, and all of a sudden, oh no, I have to go now. You've never said goodbye to me before. Off the bat like that. And all of a sudden, now that I finally figured out what the fuck you are, you don't want to play anymore. And that's where I'm gonna end this. Fuck you! Every time I try and play this game, I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. And god damn it, this is not how I expected this to go. If you haven't EeveeBot, leave a like. It's been fun. Fucking hate this bitch so much. She can die in the fire, even though she's willing to die in the fire. Doesn't matter. We're gonna figure this out next time. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. And let's subscribe, all that stuff. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Belly button! Is that what you are? Are you a Cheeto in that fat man's belly button? You are a monkey.
No, I'm not.
Took me
I'm
much
full.
longer than it should have. Oh, victory is bittersweet. Okay. He just rammed into a tree. Maintaining